Hello, everybody. Welcome to Therapy Dog Talk. My name is Sherry. My dog's name is Sunny, and we are training to be an animal assisted counseling team. If you're just getting started and you're not really quite sure where to start, we have a free guide for you that you can find at freeguide.therapydogtalk.com. I'm really looking forward to meeting today's guest. Today's guest is coming to us all the way from Australia. Hi.
Sheree, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
I'm good. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Great. It's 3 p.m. here. I think it's 8 a.m. for you, right, Adam?
That's right, it's 8 a.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. Absolutely, yeah.
I love Melbourne, by the way. I've been there a few times.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. Well, Adam, for those who don't know you, would you like to share a little bit about yourself and about Sophie?
Absolutely. I'm Adam. I'm a social worker. I work in mental health at the Royal Children's Hospital. Sophie joined me. She's a therapy dog. We volunteer at the Alfred Hospital where I used to work. And yeah, she also is very soon to be coming into the Royal Children's Hospital. I just changed jobs. So we've been a therapy dog team for 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And is there an organization there in Australia that you're registered through?
It's an unregulated thing here in Australia, so we are certified, but yeah, there isn't sort of a professional organisation that overlooks it, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that she had a logo for one organization on her vest, so I wasn't sure how that worked for y'all.
Yeah, so that's Lead the Way Institute where I did the training. Yeah, there's that sort of professional organisation or registration that, that governs the practice, yeah.
Yeah, it's similar here. There's several different organizations that you can go through to register or certify your dog, but there's not a regulated system in place. Does she work with you then when you do your social work, or do you just volunteer together?
Both,
Okay.
yeah.
Very cool. How did you first find out about therapy dogs, Adam?
Well, it sort of happened when I had a career change about 3 years ago when I got Sophie as a pup, and I got her as a pet. It was my first pet dog that I've ever had, and I was just struck by how healing it was and what a lovely experience it was having a dog. So I thought I can bring this into my profession and, share the joy that I've got from her and, somehow weave it into my job. That sort of was the aha moment, the white globe moment. And after that, I just looked around and Lead the Way Institute looked like a good place to do the training. And that was the beginning, yeah.
Very cool. So you just kind of saw in her that she would have really a good personality to enjoy therapy dog work?
Yeah, yes, yeah. I mean, she's a golden retriever, and generally as a breed, they're very gentle and social and, measured. Particularly, I mean, her temperament's very suitable for the therapeutic dog role. She's gentle, affectionate, and just basically loves to be patted. And it sort of has quite intuitive to pick up on when people are needing attention. So I just thought that would be a good opportunity, yeah.
I love that. And did you mention how long you've been a therapy team together?
Yeah, for 4 years, coming up to 4 years. Oh, no, sorry, 3. Yeah, 3 years, yeah.
Okay, very cool. How old was she when you first started that process?
He was 2.5.
Okay. Jared has a question here. He's wondering what's involved in the testing process with the Lead the Way Institute that you went through.
Sure. It's mainly obedience. It was a 6-day course and the testing was pretty much happened throughout the course. It was testing Sophie's ability to hold the sit, stay, drop command under all different conditions. Like the training was done in a farm, so there were animals, horses, cats, where she had to hold these commands. There was also simulating of classroom environments, school classroom environments. There was simulated hospital environments where there was a hospital bed and noise, sort of simulating young kids coming in and poking her. And she just had to hold it again, the stay, drop, sit command under all these conditions and not break the command that I put her in. Yeah. So.
Okay, very cool. Is it very popular to be a therapy dog handler in Australia? Are there a lot of people that do that?
I think it's pretty much in its infancy. I believe in the States it's far more popular and also it's become more the norm in prisons, in hospitals and in schools. Yes, I think in Australia it's relatively new, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Was there anything that kind of surprised you in that journey to becoming a therapy dog team with her?
Yeah, I think what surprised me is how intelligent dogs are and how able and quick they can learn commands. And it was also training it wasn't food reward driven. It was based on, the command of the handler, and praise was the ultimate, reward. So it just sort of solidified how willing the dog is to please me and how intelligent they are and focused.
Yeah. Sounds like she's just a natural, huh?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely a natural, yeah, and very social. So it's just an extension of her personality, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's a special girl. There is something in the breed too. I feel like I know that when I spoke with pet partners for National Therapy Animal Day, they were saying that there are more golden retrievers registered in their program than any other species, let alone breed.
Really, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that that was really interesting when she shared that. What do you
yeah.
enjoy the most about working together with Sophie?
What I enjoy the most is just seeing the impact that she has on the consumers, the impact she has on staff, nurses, and just the absolute sheer joy that she brings to her engagement with people. Yeah, it's a very special experience for me in the background just to see this unfold, and especially during COVID in hospitals, it's been a particularly stressful time, and nurses are wearing PPE and they're under a lot of stress, and just the joy that she brings, it ceases to be a pleasure for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah's Strength wanted to know what some of the greatest challenges in the work that you and Sophie have done together, and if there's any lessons learned from those experiences that have improved the experience of working together with vulnerable children.
Yeah, look, I thought about that question. I think just having Sophie with me in my work has been such a good way in to engaging with young people and vulnerable families that it hasn't actually been a challenge at all. It's actually been a really helpful instrument to have in engaging and sort of equalising an engagement with a stressed person or family when there might be a sort of a bit of a power hierarchy where, I'm a social worker, the person's vulnerable. So it's been a great strength just to normalise, like we're sharing an engagement with the dog. It's been very intimate and, yeah, great strength.
I love that. Do you have any advice for someone who's interested in becoming a therapy dog team?
I think go for it. It's very rewarding. The training can be very overwhelming and intense, but I think, just having faith in your dog, and you kind of are at the mercy of the dog's ability to be obedient. And I think just having that trust, sort of a lot of people tend to say, oh, my dog could never do this, or my dog would be completely unable to attend a hospital. But I think certainly the Lead the Way training has been so effective that I don't think you can underestimate, dogs really want to please their handlers, and that wish to please, can end up having a therapy dog. Yeah. So don't underestimate or put a glass ceiling on your dog's ability.
Yeah, they definitely are eager to please. I know that's one of the things we've talked about in some of the trainings I've been in, is being aware that they're eager to please and checking in to make sure it's something that they want to do and not just something they're doing to make you happy too.
Yeah. I mean, I think as humans, we tend to anthropomorphize animals and sort of, put in human qualities. I mean, if you look at the training of guide dogs, well, not so much guide dogs, but certainly airport dogs, sniffing for drugs, and also canine dogs, it's all a game for them that they know they're going to get rewarded, whatever the reward be. So if you look at it through the lens of the dog ultimately is wanting to please their handler, the currency of love, and get a reward at the end, whatever that be, an ice cream or a pat. So, for humans, it looks like, oh my God, the dog's working really hard. What if this? What if that? But for them, it's a game. The canine dog doesn't realise that it's chasing someone who's, got a prior history, the length of that, it's, yeah.
Sarah's Strength said, seeing children's faces light up even on camera via telehealth is incredible, and that Sophie's presence during what can be very difficult conversations with children and families in therapy is immensely helpful.
That's my manager, Sarah. Yes, so she's relaying what's happening. Yeah, we're doing telehealth. So Sophie joins us for telehealth, and can also have a therapy dog presence via telehealth. Yeah, via internet. Yeah.
Yeah. Jared is curious how you learned about dog training to know about motivating a dog without treats. He said he likes to train without them, but with praise once the dog really understands the cue. How did that work for you?
In the training, we were taught to use our voice, our tone.
Okay.
Yeah, it was enshrined in the training that, the use of tone for, I guess, co-regulating the dog. And then once it's been successful in the command, then you pat and reward, and you change your tone so it's praise and gentle. And the dog then, knows that, and it's regular and it's something that they know and it's consistent. Yeah. So they're actually seeking that engagement with me rather than a reward, like a treat. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Well, Adam, you've been doing this for a little while now, you said. Is there anything that you know now that you wish you had known when you first started?
Not really, because I guess it was such an unknown and new area for me to be in that I didn't have any expectations, and it was an unknown. So I just didn't realise the engagement of a therapy dog. Wasn't quite expecting it to be so popular and such a sought after, engagement, especially, in hospitals. Maybe sort of COVID, exaggerated that need for the cute dog to walk into a ward, when we don't, especially at the beginning when we just didn't know. It was an unknown what was going to happen. I mean, so I didn't anticipate that it would be so popular. Yeah.
Well, Adam, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else that you wanted to share while you're here?
For anyone who's listening, if they're interested in training their dogs, don't underestimate the ability of a pet dog to become a therapy dog. I think, that's sort of not doing justice to the breed and the species. And yeah, I mean, if your dog doesn't like being patted, I think that would be cruel to put a dog that wasn't very social or shy or anxious. But otherwise, go for it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you to you and to Sophie for being here. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Cherie. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.